What's up, nerds? Joey here of YugaTech, and I know it's been a while, but we're back again with another episode of the show where we take a look at different devices and get the data and answer one question and one question only. This is episode 18 of Can It Game? The premise, you guessed it, has not changed. Smartphones come in different shapes and sizes with different special features, but none of that really matters. All we really need to know right now is if they can actually play games and how good they are at it. So in the last episode, we checked out the Xiaomi Mi 9 SE, which for all intents and purposes is of course a great buy for the purpose of gaming. But let's move on to today's phone. We're checking out a phone that's really popular right now. We have the Huawei Y9 Prime 2019. So let's see if it can game. Checking out our specs on paper, we get a Kirin 710F chipset with a Mali G51 MP4 GPU as well as 4GB of RAM. For our standard test setup, we only have the apps and games we need installed on the phone, and graphic settings for each game, wherever possible, are set to the highest. Now, let's get into the numbers. For our synthetic benchmarks, we're putting it up against last year's Huawei Nova 3i for some comparison against the standard Kirin 710, as well as the Oppo F11 Pro and Xiaomi Mi 9 SE to see how we're doing against modern MediaTek and Qualcomm chipsets. And taking a look at this Antutu score of around 131,000, it's lagging quite a bit behind the other phones in this graph. And moving on to 3DMark, the Vulkan API doesn't seem to be supported for this phone, so we only have an OpenGL score for the Slingshot Extreme test, and we're looking at 867. Not looking good, as a score of 1,000 or higher is an indicator of great gaming performance. But all hope is not lost, because this PCMark score of over 8,500 tells us that the Y9 Prime 2019 has some fight in it in terms of overall performance. Now, let's get into the gaming results. For now, we're sticking with our usual test games, Asphalt 9, Mobile Legends, PUBG, Brawl Stars, and Honkai Impact 3, but stay tuned, we'll be updating this list soon. Anyway, again, games are set to the highest possible graphics settings wherever possible. And of course, we get our FPS and stability numbers from the amazing GameBench Pro app. So Asphalt 9 gets a nice 30 FPS at 91% stability, 30 FPS as well with a perfect 100% stability for PUBG Mobile. Mobile Legends is super smooth as well with perfect 60 FPS, 96% stability. Pretty much the same for Brawl Stars with 59 FPS at 97% stability. And it's only with Honkai Impact 3 where we're having a little bit of trouble. We get a respectable 32 FPS, but stability is only at 68%. So, with all these numbers, can the Huawei Y9 Prime 2019 game? Yes, it can. If you want to spend 12,990 pesos on this phone for the purposes of gaming, you wouldn't exactly be throwing your money away. However, I would personally recommend saving up a little bit more money if you can, because once you're up in the 15,000 peso above price range, you're sure to get a whole lot more gaming power. Alright guys, so that wraps up this episode of Can It Game. What phone do you want us to test out in the next episode? Let us know in the comment section down below. Hit us up on Twitter at YugaTech, DM us on Instagram, or send a message over to our Facebook page. If you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Joey, and I'll see you nerds in the next one.